mystery of stuff. She took a house that has been abandoned for 30 years and created something absolutely epic. She took a house that has been abandoned for 30 years and created something absolutely epic. I bought my first home when I was just 22 years old. I couldn't afford much and required a roommate, but I figured that it would be a great investment for my future. I purchased a run-down, foreclosed pile of crap. The plumbing was shot, the flooring was stained with years and years of animal waste and cigarette burns. The walls were originally white but had become a brownish-gray hue with the dirt and crud that had accumulated on them. All of the fixtures were outdated and only about half of them worked at all. I found holes in almost every single door and wall throughout the house. Most people would have walked away from the smell alone, but I was determined and motivated. I had limited funds, so I had to live in the house while I was fixing it up. The first few months were a little uncomfortable, but I made do. I have roughly 20 years of construction experience, 10 at the time, ranging from being an electrician, painter, framer, plumber and an overall handyman, so felt confident that I could tackle the massive project that I got myself into. After about 9 months or so and a lot of money and time, I had a place that I was comfortable in calling my home. The blood, sweat and tears I invested made me want to give up many times. I wanted to enjoy my weekends off of work with my friends out on the lake or downtown at the bars. I didn't have the time or money for those things because of the investment I decided to take on. When all was said and done, I was the only one of my friends who owned his own home and was beginning to build some equity. Because I bought the home in such disrepair, the equity paid off much more than I thought it would. It ended up being one of the biggest projects I've ever taken on, along with one of the best decisions I made as a young adult. Going through a full remodel myself, I know how much you need to invest to turn a house into a home. I know the immense feeling of pride and accomplishment that follows, and it simply radiates through your smile every time you see the finished product. I came across this story of an Imgur user who goes by Hedave2309, who inherited her great-great-grandmother's home that had been abandoned for 30+ years and decided to take on the renovation in order to create a home. I just had to share her experience because I know how much work and dedication went into it. It made me proud and reminded me of the situation I put myself into over 10 years ago. I wanted to share his abandoned house remodel because it simply deserves to be shared. It's inspiring to say the least, and the quality of work is up there with the best. This is no easy feat, especially when you're dealing with a house that has been abandoned for over 30 years. Take a look below at this incredible abandoned house remodel. This was the great-great-grandmother's house many years ago. She passed on and the house was simply abandoned. It sat this way for over 30 years while nature took its course and started to deteriorate the old farmhouse. The house and the property stayed in the family, and they decided that something needed to be done. The demolition and cleanup are often the funnest part. You never know what you're going to find, and you can get a little crazy and not worry about breaking things. While it is dirty and slightly tedious, it is usually one of my favorite parts of any build. You can see that the house has sat for years. I'm shocked that the interior is in as good of shape as it is. I would have expected a lot of water damage or some structural issues. This place looks like it will be the perfect canvas for her vision. While this house was probably beautiful in its prime over 30 years ago, it is obviously very dated and in need of a complete overhaul. The exterior of the house was painted a modern and neutral color with some beautiful bright white accents. The doors and the roof shingles were replaced, guaranteed to keep the elements from affecting any of the build that was taking place on the inside. The interior required much more than was expected. The plumbing and electrical systems had to be replaced and brought up to modern safety codes. The house was given to her so she easily justified the costs involved. One of the bedrooms had a small amount of water damage in the corner that was a slight concern. The new shingles and exterior dress-up took care of this without issue. She chose a light wood floor that really sets off the dark wood cabinets and the dark granite countertops. The white grout set in the dark colored backsplash tiles also pops. I think that these small details make a world of difference and really make the kitchen stand out. I love the quaint dining room. Plenty of room for an intimate dinner and just enough space to offer a modern desk and workstation. The kitchen and dining room lead into the spacious living room. All of the light fixtures and outlets had to be replaced along with the electrical. These old homes can have some pretty sketchy electrical systems, and who knows what has been done to them over the years without proper inspection. It would be horrible if an electrical fire ruined all of this beautiful work. I love the look of the brand new stainless appliances in combination with the organic materials like the light and dark woods along with the dark granite countertops. New window treatments and some gorgeous crown molding really tie things together and give this old farmhouse a comfortable feel. The colors of the accessories and decorations all flow together seamlessly. The living room looks like the perfect place to plop down and relax after a long day's work. The size of this home is perfect for a couple or a small family. The bedroom was completely refinished and every square inch was updated. It has come a long way from the dated wallpaper and crusty flooring that it had. I'm in love with this couch. It looks like it was built specifically for the living room. What a find! The bathroom turned out a lot better than I had expected it to. I love that the backsplash tiles were used above the sink and they match the kitchen. The shower-bath enclosure is modern and very functional. I love that it cuts into the wall, offering a little more space to move. This image just makes me want to curl up in my bed and put on a good movie. There's nothing quite like the comfort you feel in your own bedroom. Especially one that you built solely for yourself. Just off of the living room and kitchen you can access the bedroom and the bathroom. The beautiful hardwood floors tie everything together and give the home a comfortable flow throughout. A new home is something to be proud of. Whether you purchase your first home in the exact condition you want or you tackle a DIY project like this abandoned farmhouse remodel, you can be sure that you will be excessively proud, and rightfully so. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to achieve such a massive goal. This lady had a plan and decided to make it a reality. Her dedication and hard work paid off and she now has an awesome home. Her great-great-grandfather helped build the home and she decided to keep it in the family. It would have rotted away before she saved it. Now it will be safe from nature for generations to come, giving it new life and new purpose. I congratulate her and admire the dedication in this abandoned house remodel full of sentimental value. Mystery of Stuff.